That's what we're here to find out.
Well, right now, after all the time, the word stop. The action begins. Sugar Ray Leonard making his way now out of his dressing room and toward the arena. The crowd has not yet seen him. What must be going through this man's mind?
I imagine he's quite nervous. Even this kind of small ritual of boxing has to be practiced repeatedly before you can come to grips with it. He's on edge by his own account. You know, he knows that he is going into this fight for the first time in his career as perhaps the less confident gladiator.
I talked to a couple of his people just a few moments ago, and they said Sugar Ray Leonard has the same frame of mind as he had against Tommy Hearns. Now we'll see if the physical abilities match up.
The other day when we talked to him, he said, I feel more alive doing this. And that's really what this is about.
The one-loss record of Sugar Ray Leonard, of course, the one mar on that record by Roberto Duran, a defeat which he avenged just a few months later. And here comes the champion.
Maybe the music ought to be, Brother, Can You Spare a Dime? After all, they're only sharing a minimum of about $23 million between them.
Hagler, of course, with a year and 26 days since he has stepped into a ring. That against John Mugabe. And that performance against Mugabe, in large part, the reason that Sugar Ray Leonard is in this ring tonight.
I think Ray thought that a little mileage showed on Marvin in that fight, but I wouldn't count on it.
Here's the champion. And the record of the champion, 62 up, 2 down, the 2 draws, 52 knockouts.
Lost those 2 fights 11 years ago.
And both losses he also avenged.
There are 2 issues in this tale of the tape. One has been Hagler's age. A lot of people suggesting he's older, but some people have gone back into the records in Newark and found his birth certificate. He is 32. And of course, Ray at 158 pounds, what we're wondering about, can he carry that weight? And here is Punch Stat. Our look at the fighters, a profile of what they've done in other fights. And you can see that Hagler is a more offensive-oriented fighter, has thrown more punches per round. But of course, we don't know what Leonard has now. There are the jabs they threw. Leonard throwing more jabs consistently.
And we'll take a look at the rules in this fight. Remember, the fight will be 12 rounds, 10-point must system. 3 judges score the fight. There will be no standing 8 count. A fighter can be saved by the bell only in the final round, and there will be no 3 knockdown rule. Let's get now to the ring announcer, Chuck Hull, for the introduction of the fighters.
The officials assigned by the WBC and the Nevada State Athletic Commission. The judges are Jojo Guerra, Lou Filippo, and Dave Moretti. The timekeeper is Jane Broadfoot. Counting in the knockdowns, Al Bisick. The attending physicians at ringside, Doctors Donald Ronio, Flip Pomansky, and Elias Gano. Your referee for the next bout of the evening is Richard Steele. This is the main event of the night. 12 rounds of boxing for the WBC Middleweight Championship of the World. Introducing, in the blue corner, fighting out of Potomac, Maryland, weighing in at 158 pounds, with a professional record of 33 wins, 1 defeat, with 24 KOs. He is the challenger and former undisputed welterweight champion of the world, Sugar Ray Leonard. And in the red corner, from Brockton, Massachusetts, weighing 158 1/2 pounds. His professional record consists of 62 wins, 2 draws, 2 defeats, and 52 KOs. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the WBC Middleweight Champion of the World, Marvelous Marvin Hagler.
All right. Hi, Hagler. All right, listen. I gave both of you your instructions in your dressing room. I want to caution you again. Obey my commands at all times. Shake hands and good luck. Good.
Well, Sugar Ray Leonard said he would not look at Marvin Hagler. There would be no stare down. There wasn't. And you really have the feeling the first round is going to tell an awful lot of the story of this fight.
Well, Ray feels that he has to discombobulate, confuse Hagler, hit him some shots to get his respect and get the crowd on his side, whereas Hagler feels that he wants to impose himself on Ray and show who's boss.
Leonard, the first punch of the fight. Leonard, as he said he would do, going largely side to side.
He may be moving a little bit more than he led us to believe. And Hagler wants to make him work so that if the fight does go into the second half, that perhaps Ray's stamina would betray him.
Well, I remember Ray saying after the Camacho-Boza-Edwards fight that we all did together, combination by Leonard and a good left hand, that Camacho fought the right fight, and it was the kind of fight that he would have to fight against Hagler. Leonard, a combination again. Right hand, Leonard.
That one landed, it seemed, on the shoulders of Hagler.
And Ray went southpaw rather, for just a moment.
Again, just trying to give Hagler things to think about. Hagler cutting off the ring and going to the body.
Three-punch combination by Leonard.
Very clear that Leonard is trying to fight a tactical fight, moving away, punching in flurries, clinching, moving again.
Just a staring contest at the end of the round. Ray Leonard as if to say, I'm still here.
Cool as it can be.
So relaxed, brother.
I got him all out of his mind already. Just keep it up.
There you go. You changed the direction of his kill.
Nice and smooth. Nice and smooth. Fade it.
Break his leg. The first one on his arm. Drop him out. Work him inside. Work inside. All right? You got him under control. You got him backing up. Can't punch back him. I never break that. Take your thoughts on it.
Here's that combination that Leonard shot through. The left hand landed on the nose. The right hand just grazed Hagler. If you heard in the corners, Hagler's cornerman told him to rough Leonard up in this round.
Left hook by Hagler. His best.
There's some of that roughing up that Goody Petronelli talked about.
Come on, work it out. Work it out.
Overhand right by Sugar Ray Leonard.
Punch it out.
Once again, to harken back to something that Ray Leonard told me a few months back, was you get in, you throw 3 punch combinations, you make 1 punch count, and you get out. You do that 3 times around and you win a decision.
I still wonder, watching this, whether Ray Leonard wouldn't have been better off fighting at 150 or 151 pounds. You know, when Sugar Ray Robinson won the middleweight title, he weighed 153. When Emil Griffith won it, he weighed 150. Because if he's just going to be moving like this, the extra weight could tell in later rounds.
Come on, punch it out. Don't hold it, Ray.
Good right hand to the body by Hagler.
That was on the top of the head. That was a sharp right hand by Sugar Ray Leonard. And Hagler a left hand. Crowd very much into this fight early. Leonard going to the body well.
You're right-handed that round. Stay tough on this next one, okay? Don't get it tight. Try and get a little looser. Just let him go. Throw those 1-2s lemons. Keep pressing like you're pressing. And rough his body. Yeah, stop. You gotta rough him up on time. Right?
Gamble in no time.
Don't take the movement.
Be my man. You made these people take noise. You got them crazy. Keep it up. I want you smooth, baby. Smooth, you get me?
Water. Clean shit, dude. Huh? Just a matter of getting. All right, get him. You loosen up right in here. Look. You're southpaw. Not putting it to him. Keep the pressure on. Get a little rough a bit faster than that. Get that guy out of here.
On my card, Barry, Leonard won the first 2 rounds.
He also won some of the fans here. I think people were sitting back waiting to see what Sugar Ray Leonard brought to this dance, and so far he's brought quite a lot. left hand by Hagler. Caught Leonard off balance.
Why don't you get out?
Strong shots to the body by Leonard.
Ray's now on his 10 speed.
All right, Ray, step back here. Hold it, Ray. Step back. Break clean. Work to get out. Work to get out. Don't hold it, Ray. Come on, punch to get out. Punch to get out.
Right hand by Leonard. And another right hand.
Don't hold it, Ray. Don't hold it.
A lot of ring savvy being shown by Sugar Ray Leonard right now.
Don't hold it, Ray.
And no rust right at the moment.
Come on, work this side to get out. Don't push. Don't push. Work to get out. Work to get out. Work to get out.
Harold Letterman, how do you score the fight?
Larry, I've got all 3 rounds for Sugar Ray Leonard. Remember the 4 points in which we score: ring generalship, effective aggressiveness, clean punching, and defense. Ray Leonard is showing us a beautiful exhibition of ring generalship. Changing direction, moving, throwing combinations, keeping Hagler off balance.
Nice and smart. Get me? Nice and smart. Loose. How about those jabs? How about those jabs? Faint this sucker, he'll go for it, Ray. Faint it. Okay, baby?
Last time we saw Hagler punch his head like that, he tore after Hearns. We'll see if he's getting a little desperate now, and if he goes into 5th gear against Leonard, or tries to.
Yeah, there was some discussion as to how he would start the fight. And he started in about 2nd gear. Now he seems to be pacing up a little bit.
Don't hold it. Come on, work inside to get out. Don't hold it, Ray.
Right hand on the break again by Leonard.
Don't hold it, Ray. Don't hold it, Ray. Work to get out. Don't hold it.
And again.
Keep him up, Ray. Keep him up. Keep him up.
There may have been no objective evidence to pick Ray Leonard to win this fight, but up to this point, he is providing subjective evidence that his quickness does befuddle Hagler, and Hagler has to slow him down. The other issue, of course, will be conditioning as the fight moves on.
That could be very much a key factor. Hagler does his best work inside, has just not been able to get there. And when he has, Leonard has counterpunched him well. Leonard just picking his shots here. And he wound up and hit him to the stomach. Variation of a bolo punch. And I doubt that Marvin Hagler has ever seen an opponent try that.
The one thing that is very apparent now is that Leonard is the more confident fighter. Whatever feelings of nerves he had early on, they vanished. Hagler has led him into this fight. Or to put it in a more positive way, Ray Leonard has put himself into this fight. And now he's starting even to taunt Hagler.
Smiling at him and just essentially saying, come on. And now Hagler's getting angry. No question about it.
That's my man. That's my man. But Ray, when you slide under the guy, stop him. Nail him. All right. Don't grab him around the shoulder. Don't grab him around the head. Grab him around the shoulder. You're working good, man. That's what you want to keep.
Let's take a look. There was a bolo body punch, may have landed on the borderline. It was those sort of tactics that finally drove Roberto Duran into his no mas.
A little more pressure, you have to do it. Maybe you get tail hot, but you're going to get tired too, all right?
No.
Snap, speed, right. All right?
Okay.
Okay, you know. Okay, man. Okay, Tom.
Again, both corners very calm, very confident. That was a good left hand by Hagler.
One to the head and then one to the body.
Hagler continues to stalk Ray Leonard.
Two good lefts by Hagler.
Short right hand by Ray Leonard.
Leonard is beating Hagler to the punch on some of those occasions when they're having a little bit of a stare-off. Hagler is watching instead of punching.
I don't recall either fighter having his back on the ropes. This fight has been fought almost completely in the center of the ring.
Come on, punch to get out.
That was a first right there as Leonard bounced off the ropes.
Don't hold him, Ray. Don't hold him.
Leonard not quite as on the bicycle as much in this round.
That punch didn't land. The pace appears to be quickening.
Three-punch combination, Leonard. Two to the body, one to the head. Right hand might have been a little bit short. And Hagler a good left hand to the head.
A good right.
Very
Ray
good right.
seemed hurt.
Big right hand by Marvin Hagler. And now Hagler chases Leonard.
This is what Hagler wants. He wants a war.
Now Hagler, being the aggressor, has Leonard on the ropes. Leonard trying to fight his way off the ropes. Hagler hammers him back onto them.
Keep moving, all right? Don't let him join you until punching match. Let's keep boxing. Quiet. All right. I want you to box. That is all. When you get him a sucker shot, fine.
Let's take a look. There's a short left, a harder left, and the right uppercut. And you saw Ray Leonard's knees buckle. This is the same sequence from another angle. The question is, can Ray Leonard continue to box as he did in the early rounds?
Angelo Dundee exhorting him to do just that. Don't get in a punching match. That was the advice. Right hand by Hagler right off the bat here.
Punching it out, punching it out.
This is the 6th round. We're going 12.
A good left inside by Hagler. You barely saw that, but it was a tough left hand.
Working it out. Working it out, Frank. Step back, clean. Step back. Keep him in front. Keep him in front. Don't hold him. Work him, get out. Work him, get out.
A little bit more holding on the part of Ray Leonard now. There was a right hand by Leonard with his back to the ropes.
Ray is standing more flat-footed now.
Started to do that in the last round. You get the sense that Marvin Hagler is saying, yes, he can punch me, but no, he can't hurt me.
Come on, work inside to get out. Don't hold him, Ray. Don't hold him. Watch your head.
Ray Leonard punching a little more with the arms right at the moment, too.
Work it out. Don't hold him, Ray. Don't hold him. Don't hold him, Ray. Don't hold him. Ray.
And Ray Leonard hooking Marvin Hagler and draws a warning from Richard Steele.
As we wind down the 6th round, should be reminded that Ray Leonard's eyes have become a non-issue to this point. All of the concern about the detached retina.
Combination. Leonard got the better of that.
Baby, don't you worry.
Reach on the other side. There you go.
I got it.
Put it on my hand.
All right. I want you to use your noodle. That's all I want from you.
All right. Just fit, Ray.
Outsmart this guy. You're too smart for this guy.
Don't match him yet for power.
Round number 7. Look at that, baby. Round 7.
All right. A little pressure, a little more pressure. Just keep him backing up. He's weaker than up as it is. Throwing punches and flurries. Okay? Got to hang him up. Inside, rough him up inside. You got to do it now. Throw more one punch at a time.
Chunk them off.
All right? Okay. You're the boss, man. Rough him up.
Ray Leonard has made it through the first half of the fight.
Get back, Ray. All right.
And made it in good fashion. I have him ahead 4 rounds to 2.
Don't hold it.
And now you really have an idea that conditioning is going to tell the biggest part of this story tonight.
Come on, get down.
Leonard fighting flat-footed in this round. Caught Hagler with a left. Hagler catches Leonard with a left of his own.
Work it out.
Wild right hand.
This is toe-to-toe right in here.
And that's exactly what Sugar Ray Leonard's corner does not want and what Marvin Hagler's corner does.
You get the impression that Ray has put his bicycle in the garage.
Looks like it, going flat-footed. Ray Leonard wanted the bigger ring here. He got his wish, and he's using all of it. Now again, back to the ropes. Hagler an uppercut.
The fighter doesn't go to the ropes unless he's a little tired. Nobody does it deliberately.
Leonard dropping his arms like he's a little bit fatigued also. And now Hagler mocking Leonard.
And Hagler made him pay for that bit of fancy footwork.
Right hand by Hagler again. Again, Leonard on the ropes. Not a lot of damage in that last exchange.
Once you're off the rope, it looks like he's hitting you, even though you're not getting hit. I want you off the rope. I want you boxing this guy. You made him miss the 3 shots in the counter, 1 shot. All right. No, watch that ice, goddammit. Watch the ice. All right. Open your mouth. Give me some deep breath.
Let's watch this exchange on the ropes at the end of the round. Ray hit Hagler with a short right after the bell.
Bang, stay southpaw. I think you do it better.
And you're roughing him up first.
You have to do that. You get him against the ropes like you did there. That overhand fine. And bring the uppercuts out. That was right. Drive him up. Get a little rough in there. Okay? It's all yours.
So it's pretty simple. Marvelous Marvin Hagler's corner wants Ray Leonard on the ropes. Ray Leonard corner wants Ray Leonard off the ropes. Now we'll see who wins.
Hold it. Time.
And a momentary timeout. That is because of some loose adhesive tape on Ray Leonard's gloves.
Okay, get some of the grease over.
How about the other guy? Okay, Ray? Let's go.
I want some of the grease off rope.
arrogance and impudence that made Ray Leonard a great fighter, and that made him take this fight, is certainly working in his favor so far.
It is a tactical fight from both corners, and so far, an entertaining fight. Not one for action. It's a good left hand by Hagler.
Hagler has landed the only real hard punch of the fight. Ray has shown a remarkable ability to take Hagler's punches, even though they haven't been big ones, considering the long layoff.
Hagler just continues to press Sugar Ray Leonard. This time Leonard does get off the ropes.
Punching it out. Don't hold him, Ray. Don't hold him. Come on, working it out.
Leonard tried to fight off the ropes and does.
Work it out. Don't hold it, Ray. Don't hold it, Ray. Bird, hold.
Go ahead. Okay, that's the way you got. That's the way you got to fight this guy. Exactly what you're doing. You got to rough him up. You may take a few shots, man. All right. You took a point guard. All right. How do you feel, man? You're gonna brawl this guy, keep the pressure on him, taking his legs away from right now. And if you get him against those, so the overcut, uppercuts are very good.
Ray, please box.
Box. All you.
Off. So wet.
All right.
Deep breath. Give me another one. No.
What's the time? Hangman, don't wait for him. You can't. He who hesitates is lost.
Tommy, box. Let's go.
They're going into the last third of the fight. Can Ray Leonard keep it up?
Well, he went back to what brung him in the early rounds in the last round. That is, keep Marvin Hagler in the middle of the ring, get on the bike on occasion. Punch in flurries and then get out.
Come on, work again. Don't hold him. Work your way out. Don't hold him. Don't hold him, Ray.
Leonard still seems to be getting off a little bit quicker than Marvin
Come on,
Hagler.
work inside and get out. Don't hold him. Don't hold him, Ray. Don't hold him.
And that is right where Marvin Hagler wants Sugar Ray Leonard. That was a good left hand by Hagler. And Leonard now with his back to the ropes. And another left hand by Hagler. action. Ray Leonard is hurt in the corner. Leonard's left hand down at his side. Hagler peppering him. Leonard now tries to fight off the ropes. Combinations of punches. And now it's Hagler who backs off. A lot of action here in round 9. Crowd collectively on its feet.
You're just seeing two champions go at each other, neither one giving an inch. Two great thoroughbreds. Ray Leonard's ability to take the punches from Hagler is astonishing, really.
Leonard just took a deep breath and dropped his arms. Now, whether that was a ploy, we'll find out here. 15 seconds left, round 9. Leonard looks tired, but it could be play acting. But what Ray Leonard is doing is giving Marvin Hagler what he wants. A brawl.
And a great round. A great round of boxing.
Put your head down. Okay, we got 9 minutes.
There you saw the big left hand that started the last 2 minutes of this round into a tremendous war. And there is Ray Leonard coming back with a terrific flurry.
You showed me your boss. 10 rounds? 3 more rounds. Now you got to put the same kind of pressure on the whole fight. We need it. Right?
Whatever happens for the rest of this fight, Ray Leonard already has justified himself.
This is the 10th round. Hagler comes out winging. Catches Leonard with a long right hand here. And Leonard back up on the bike.
Come on, work it down. Don't hold him. Don't hold him on.
Leonard has been content to brawl on occasion with Marvin Hagler, much to the chagrin of Angelo Dundee.
Come on, work it out. Work it out.
Leonard backhanding Hagler now, and Hagler pressing him.
Work it out. Come on, work it out.
Ray Leonard looks like a tired fighter, but I keep thinking that it's a ploy.
I don't think it's a ploy. I think he is tired, but he's gathering his strength for a few round-stealing flurries is what he's trying to do. He's a tremendously intelligent athlete, both in the way he fights tactically, and now I think coming down home stretch, he's going to try to steal these rounds.
Don't hold him. Don't hold him.
Short right hand by Hagler. Leonard backs him off to the left.
Come on, you hold him. Work. Work inside, man. Work.
Hagler just continues to pepper Ray Leonard.
Now you got to break. Step back. Step back. Don't push.
A little bit short with that. Now a left hand behind it. Leonard again backs up. And how far will Ray Leonard's legs take him? 15 seconds left, round 10. Into the 10th round. 2 rounds left. Harold Letterman, how do you see it?
Well, Barry, I've got Ray Leonard ahead by 2 points. I've got it 96 for Sugar Ray Leonard and 94 for Marvin Hagler. I thought Sugar Ray Leonard pulled out the 10th round. Marvin Hagler had rounds 7, 8, 9 and had Leonard backing up, but I thought Ray came on in the 10th.
Don't worry on you. Just say, if he jumps back, press him. If he wants to rest after that, right, man? Keep the punches going and combination. Right?
You can do 6 minutes in your sleep, can't you? But shorten up. Go ahead, give me the strength, son. Come on. When the right hand goes, I want you to come back with a left hook, but start dipping to your right. You're not doing it. Throwing it straight away.
He's trying to pace himself.
Will Hagler's age or his conditioning be the decisive factor?
If you just judge on how the 2 men are breathing in their corners, you have to think that Hagler is a little bit fresher than Sugar Ray Leonard right now.
I have it an even fight.
So it comes down to the final 2 rounds. Hagler continues to press. Sugar Ray Leonard continues to try and keep Hagler in the center of the ring and at arm's length. Dundee looking for a left hook from Ray Leonard as Leonard goes southpaw again and comes up with a left. He's done that 2 or 3 times in this fight. Leonard again, combinations, sucks up a deep breath.
Come on, work and get out. Work and get out.
Right at the moment, it's Marvin Hagler fighting Ray Leonard's fight. But again, Leonard on the ropes, tries to fight off, and finally spins out. Leonard getting cute again, took a right hand in retaliation from Hagler.
All of those punches missed. But those didn't.
And Leonard with his hands at his side, really taunting Hagler. Inches away from him, hands dropped to the side. Seconds. 11th round. Now Leonard again, just taking deep breaths.
I'm still amazed, Barry, how Ray has taken Hagler's punches. Remember after his last fight how he said every punch hurt. These have had to hurt more.
You had that round. You had him going with it, but you know that. Put it out.
Deep breath! Ray! Come on, man. Deep breath! We only got 3 minutes!
Yeah!
Come on, baby!
great event and a great fight.
There is clearly desperation in Hagler. It's hard to know how this fight will be scored, but it's closer than Marvin Hagler thought it would be going into this last round.
And again, Ray Leonard on the ropes, took a left hand from Hagler, still hands at his side, talking to Hagler, tries to fight off the ropes. Took another left hand from Hagler. Clearly has taken Hagler's best. Off the ropes. Leonard fighting off the ropes. The crowd chanting Sugar Ray. We will let you watch the last minute of a great evening in Las Vegas. Seconds. How do you like it? How do you like it?
Ray Leonard claimed before this fight, I'm unique, and if he gets the decision, that will be confirmed. A remarkable performance, whatever the result.
It was a great fight on both sides, regardless of who wins it.
Both fighters think they won the fight. There you see the comparisons, the number of punches thrown and landed. The landed punches very similar, but that is just a quantitative profile of this fight. Go ahead, Harold. You tell us what you thought.
Larry, I just love a finesse fighter. I have it 7-5 in favor of Sugar Ray Leonard. I thought that the key to the fight was the right-hand lead. Ray Leonard bounced right-hand leads constantly off Marvin Hagler's head.
Let's get to Chuck Hull now. We will get the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is the decision of the judges. We have a split decision. Judge Lou Filippo scores the bout. 115, Marvin Hagler. 113, Ray Leonard. Judge Jojo Guerra scores the bout. 118, Leonard. 110, Hagler. And Judge Dave Moretti scores 115, 113. By the winner, by a split decision, and new middleweight champion of the world, Sugar Ray Leonard.
All right, let's go up now to the ring where Larry Merchant is with the new middleweight champion and an old friend. Larry?
Ray, when the first two verdicts were announced, it was a split decision. You seem to feel you had it won easily. Were you shocked?
No, I wasn't, Larry. I stole the earlier rounds. I figured that was Marvin's intentions to let me win the early rounds and then try to figure me out. The mistake he made, I think the Petronel's made, he stayed right-handed more than anything. And I was able to land some good right hands. I stunned him a couple of times. I got that respect. He came on strong and was very intelligent because my gas tank was getting low.
Could you have gone another 3 rounds in a 15-round fight?
My heart is it was in the fight. I would have pushed it no matter what, Larry. You know, this was a great accomplishment for me. I mean, a lot of people didn't think I could do it. You didn't think I could do it. And for very good reasons. I mean, I pulled it through, and I think what it was all about was what was in here. And I was away from the ring for 5 years, and I hope they don't say that Marvin Hagler, his talents had eroded. I'd be the guy who was so determined like he was in the past.
All right, thank you, Larry. So Sugar Ray Leonard is now the new middleweight champion. Both fighters very confident as they stood listening to Chuck Hull announce the official decision. None more so than a former champion, Marvelous Marvin Hagler. He thought that he had won the fight. In fact, he thought there was no doubt about it. Right now, he is with Larry Merchant. Larry?
All right, Marvin, you thought you won the fight?
I did win the fight. There's no doubt about it. After about the 4th round, I took the whole fight, kept it going, made him fight every second away, kept the pressure on him. You know, it didn't hurt nothing. I'll get it for the end of the round. You know, that flurry stuff didn't mean anything. You know, I'm in Vegas, you know.
Do you feel that he stole the fight with his flurries?
No, he just stole it. He knew he lost it. Everybody knew he lost it.
Do you want a rematch?
I don't want to think about it right yet. I don't think it's fair. That's okay. That's the way they play.
Were you surprised that he was able to sustain the pace you put on him after all of this inactivity?
All he had to do, anybody that goes the distance with me, Larry, you know, I'm the greatest. I got to tell you, I felt the greatest tonight, you know, and I proved that I was the true champion. He didn't knock me down, didn't hurt me at all. Come on. I just can't believe it, Larry.
Thank you, Marvin.
Okay?
What a fight, what a night. And now with us from Washington, to look back at it is Sugar Ray Leonard. Ray, nice to have you back on the tube. What sticks out in your mind about that night at this moment?
You know, Larry, I think the most surprising thing that sticks out in my mind is the fact that the fight was relatively easy than I expected. I was able to hit Hagler with shots that, I tell you, I would have hit the average guy who was like a number 12 or 15 contender. I'm not taking anything away from Hagler, but the fact that he was more susceptible to punches that I threw than I had anticipated.
Looking back over this whole experience, what is the greatest fulfillment you have from it? Is it the winning, or was it the doing of it? The showing that you could compete again?
The winning was not that important to me because I knew I would win. I think it was a matter of doing it. I mean, I was there back in my element doing what I had wanted to do for years. And all of a sudden I had that opportunity to fulfill that dream and that goal of fighting and beating Marvin Hagler. Not winning the middleweight crown, not accomplishing history, although those things fall in line, but doing what I want to do. And I did that. And I went home, Larry, and I was at peace with myself.
Had you somehow lost that decision, would you still feel good about the fact that you made the effort, were able to dedicate yourself again to something that you have done so well?
You know, whenever you say lose or loss, I can't even respond. But again, by being in the ring with Hagler, gave me all the satisfaction I needed.
Do you understand his bitterness now? From everything I can find out, he may be the only longtime champion ever to have lost his championship by such a close decision. One round change by one official, it would have been a draw.
I think what Hagler has to do is look back when I fought Roberto Duran. I lost on a very close decision, too. But I think if he watched the tapes and replays of the fight, he would be convinced himself. I mean, Hagler has nothing to feel bad about.
The best
man won the fight.
Do you feel a champion should lose on a close decision?
To be perfectly honest with you, Larry, I don't think it should have been a split decision. I beat him fair and square. I think I beat him decisively. I don't think it was a split decision. I think it was unanimous.
Ray, we'll be back in a little while to look at some of these rounds because it was, in fact, a drama in two clear acts. The fresh Leonard winning Act 1, but he was rocked with the hardest punch of the fight. Upset, however, was in the air. Ray, you said you had to psych Marvin Hagler early in the fight. How are some of the ways you did that?
Well, the way I psyched Marvin was the fact I tried to frustrate him. I began to do things I did to Roberto Duran. Like here, you see the bolo punch. Really frustrated him, made him angry. He started talking to me, and I knew I had him then.
What do you mean by stealing rounds?
Well, stealing rounds simply means the last 30 seconds to a minute of each round, I would actually throw more punches. I had Ollie Dunlap yell out 1 minute, and then I would start putting punches and combinations together. And here he starts to talk to me. That's when I know it's working, too.
Are you saying that you were trying to more impress the judges than hurt Hagler?
It was more so to frustrate Hagler, Larry. Impressing the judges, I think that was natural because of what I was able to do and get away with Hagler.
All right, in round 5, however, Hagler didn't seem frustrated. You did make him angry, and he made it work for himself.
Well, the 5th round was when I really started becoming a little fatigued. More so mentally fatigued. My legs started to go. They started to fall asleep on me. And then Hagler was able to catch me with an uppercut, I believe. There it was. It kind of like woke me up. And here I'm tying him up and just trying to, trying to get a break here, trying to get a rest. But I'm still, you notice I still have eye contact. I still have concentration. I'm just trying to tie him up, Larry, until I clear my head.
Were you getting a little cocky?
I was cocky from round 1. I was cocky when I walked to the ring. And I had to do those things to make him believe that I could beat him. And he believed that.
This is how the official scorecards looked after 3 rounds. Hagler winning only 1 round on Judge Lou Filippo's card. The next 3 rounds, Hagler got the vote of all 3 officials in the 5th round, but Ray Leonard was ahead 5 rounds to 1 on 2 of the cards. Now let's go back to Ray Leonard for his view of Act 1. Ray, if Marvin Hagler had come out after you the way he went after Hearns early in the fight, do you think there would have been any difference in those early rounds?
I think so, Larry. If he came out more aggressive, relentless like he did with Hearns, I would have had no other alternative but to stand there and exchange blow for blow. I didn't disclose this, but during the fight, I don't know what particular round, I heard both hands. You know, his both hands are swollen, most so the right hand. He would have made me spend more energy, too, and more weight. I lost 13 pounds. I weigh 150 pounds right now. I lost 13 pounds in that fight. in those 12 rounds. So that proved to the people that I am a welterweight, but I convinced myself that I was a middleweight.
Being fresh as you were in those early rounds, you don't think you could have frustrated him if he had come after you so hard and perhaps made him use his energy?
Well, it could have worked in one or two ways. I could have been stumbling, but then again, I have very good balance. I think the earlier rounds, I could have utilized the ring, you know, to his utmost.
Were you surprised that he came in more right-handed for the first couple of the rounds than left-handed?
To be honest with you, I thought that was a rather dumb move because he gave me an opportunity to score points by him being right-handed. I had no problems adjusting to his style. He was right in front of me. His face was right there. If he came southpaw, it would have been a little more difficult because I had to think about and concentrate on my balance more so than anything.
Ray, are you saying that if Marvin had come out more aggressively left-handed, that he would have won the fight?
No, he would have made it more difficult. He wouldn't have won, no matter what.
Okay, let's take a look then at Act 2 of this drama. Cut to the chase. Hagler chasing Leonard, Leonard trying to hold him off. There were 190 punches thrown in round 9, 25 more than the classic round 1 of Hagler-Hearns. Ray, there were nearly 200 punches thrown in the 9th round. Have you ever been in a round like this?
Well, I think the closest fight was Tommy Hearns, when I fought Tommy Hearns back in '81, Larry. But at this point here, we both are throwing punches, and I think it's just nervous energy, and we both are really trying to impress the judges at this point. I felt I had built an early lead. Hagler felt that he had built, he had gained points in the later rounds. So it was a matter of trying to accumulate more points here.
Were you too tired to get away from him here?
Tired, fatigue had set in about the 6th round. I think it's a matter of willpower and resiliency because I had staying power at this point here because Hagler punches couldn't hurt me anymore. They could just knock me off balance.
It seemed that you just refused to let him dominate you by coming back at him the way you did.
Well, allowing a Hagler to dominate you is asking for trouble because you create momentum for a guy that's really a dangerous puncher when you give him that opportunity. I stood toe-to-toe with Hagler, and I think I gained a lot of respect from him at this point.
A lot has been said, Ray, about how you had the skill, the game plan to win this fight. But in the end, it seems to me that in the second half, what really got you through was that just incredible willpower. Other guys just lose it when they start getting hit.
You know, it was almost as though I was not, my soul had left my body. I mean, I had to think back to the days of young. It was almost as though I had to relive what I did in 1981. And it was strange because my concentration during this fight was unbelievable. I maintained concentration.
Going into the last couple of rounds, Ray, 1, did you feel you had the stamina to complete them? And 2, did you know you could still lose the fight?
Going to the 11th round, I felt, Larry, that I had built up a substantial lead that these 2 last rounds, I could pretty much psych my way through. And now I was doing a lot of taunting, a lot of antics, playing with Hagler. It was almost like having fun and being tired at the same time. I was exhausted, but I used my ring savvy and ring generalship to go through the rounds.
Did you sense that he was tired as well at this point?
Well, I was tired. I know he was tired because we both used a lot of punches and a lot of energy during the earlier rounds. But it was just, I guess, determination.
Last round, Ray, could you have gone on to 15 had it been a 15-rounder?
You know, I could have won 15 rounds because I would use my ring intelligence. I was exhausted in the 12th round, but I would have found a way to go 3 more rounds with Hagler.
You negotiated those 12 rounds. Would you have taken 15 if Hagler absolutely insisted on it?
Well, I tell you, he could have said 15 rounds, and what could I have done? I couldn't say anything. He was champion. I don't think he realized that.
So you took more money, or he took more money?
He took more money to reduce the rounds, for reduction of rounds, I'm sorry.
And you like that trade now?
I wouldn't trade for anything in the world.
You think he would?
I think once he sees this fight with tape, he would know he made a bad mistake. But I don't think he could have won 3 more rounds, Larry, to be honest with you.
I think the crowd could have stood 3 more rounds. I don't know if either one of you could have.
Well, they would win 3 more rounds by themselves. That was a great fight.
On the official scorecard, Hagler was back into the fight in the 7th, 8th, and 9th rounds, although Jose Guerra saw it a different way. Hagler would have had a draw if Dave Moretti gave him the 10th, but Leonard clinched the victory by sweeping the 11th. The final cards, Filippo had Hagler ahead 7 rounds to 5. Guerra had Leonard ahead 10-2. Moretti had Leonard 7-5. Jose Guerra saw a fight no one else saw. I talked to him right after it.
In rounds 7 through 9, the other 2 judges scored all of those rounds for Hagler. Does it make you uncomfortable anyway to know that you disagreed?
Not at all. Not at all. I think the other judges scored for Marvin should feel uncomfortable. Not me. I think I did my job the best of my ability. This is my 45th title fight, and I scored that way because I think, like I say, Leonard to me was just the better fighter in the ring.
Do you feel that the fact that Hagler was the aggressor through much of the fight didn't mean that much because it wasn't effective aggressiveness?
That's right. That's right. You're perfectly right. He was aggressive most of the time. He was missing a lot of punches. I mean, he wasn't missing just because of missing them. Sugar Ray was making him miss him and counter-punching. He was aggressive, okay, most of the rounds, but it wasn't effective aggressiveness.
With me in the studio now is Harold Letterman, our ringside judge, whose card agreed to the very round with Judge Dave Moretti. And out in Los Angeles is Judge Lou Filippo, whose card had it for Marvin Hagler. Lou, give us your reasoning for picking Hagler.
Well, I thought Hagler was the aggressor. I thought he was throwing harder punches to the body, and I thought he made the fight. Leonard was doing what he had to do to win the fight, but I thought he came up a little short on it. Hagler did most of the chasing and a lot of good body punches.
Lou, do you naturally favor the aggressor, or do you feel that a champion shouldn't lose that kind of a fight?
No, I don't. I think I've judged a fight according to who lands the most punches, the harder punches, and ring generalship. Just last night I did a fight, and it was just about the opposite of this. But the fellow that was doing the backtracking was throwing more punches.
Harold, let me ask you. You said, I love a slick fighter. Did that influence your decision?
Larry, I like a finesse fighter, that's true, but basically I score a fight based on the 4 points on which we score, which I think I said at the end of the 3rd round, and that is clean punching, effective aggressiveness, ring generalship, and defense. And in this fight, I mean, you know, if we had to generalize, I thought over 7 rounds, Ray was the better man based on those 4 categories, and Marvin won 5 rounds, and I thought Ray edged him.
Is that why you never gave Hagler one of the close rounds?
I didn't think there were any close rounds. I mean, as I saw it, they were decisive.
Is there a tendency for both of you to watch the guy who is doing the unexpected more than the other guy, give him more credit, as in the case of Leonard in this fight?
I think you're absolutely right. I think everybody had their eye on Leonard. Leonard is the fighter, you know, he's the one that causes the emotion, the best of the fighters. Hey, the guy is a great fighter. When he won the gold medal, He was a darling of the boxing. He's going down in history as a great fighter. But in this fight, I just thought he'd come a little short. I like to keep the focus on both men at the same time. I know people that say, how can you do that? Because you're only looking at one fighter at a time. But you got to keep both fighters in your focus.
Lou, thank you very much for appearing with us, and you too, Harold. In the immediate excitement after the official scores were given, Ray Leonard said a curious thing, also a disputed thing. What did it all mean? Marvin Hagler insisted later that Ray Leonard whispered in his ear, "You beat me," after this peck. Did he?
When the fight was over, Leonard told me himself, "You beat me." And I was so happy, man. I knew I beat him. I was so happy. And then when they take it away from me like that, it's hard to believe.
I didn't want the belt. I just want to beat him. I'd thank a lot, Marvin Hagler, and thank you. I'll see you 6 months and 15 pounds later.
Ray Leonard is back with us by satellite for one more round in the studio. Ray, what exactly did you mean after the fight when you announced to the audience, "I'll see you in 6 months and 15 pounds later"?
Well, Larry, that was a joke because I weighed 150 after the fight. Just a big joke, that's all.
Was it a joke when you said, as Marvin Hagler insisted after the fight into his ear, "You beat me"?
I told Marvin, I said, "Marvin, you're still a champion to me." I would never lie to Marvin. I would never say that to him.
Well, then don't lie to us when we ask you, are you going to fight again, Ray?
I said one fight, didn't I, Larry? Just one fight.
Then if you fight again, will you give Marvin Hagler a rematch as Duran gave you a rematch and as Hagler answered your challenge?
Well, you know, I think that's something so premature because I don't think Hagler is that kind of individual that would come to me and say, "Ray, let's both of us sit down like we did once before, have dinner, and let's talk about the logistics of our next fight." I don't think that's going to happen. Hagler's not like that.
Well, what?
But if it happens, it happens.
All right, let's say it happens. Marvin Hagler comes out of his funk after this fight and says, "I want him again. I'll fight him again. Let's sit down and negotiate." What do you say to him?
You know, Larry, to be perfectly honest with you, I'm not even thinking about a rematch. I'm going to enjoy this victory because it was a big victory, because I looked out in the crowd like the 9th round. People were so subdued. They say, "This kid is still around." They couldn't believe it. I'm going to enjoy this victory. I'll talk to you later.
Well, let's put it this way then. All the people around you before the fight, after the fight, including Mike Trainer, was saying, you were alive again. You never had such a good time as preparing for this fight, being involved in it again. If that's the case, why wouldn't you come back?
Because of the purpose, because of the reason. This was for self-gratification. It was for Ray Leonard the first time around. And I would only do it again for myself, just for me. It has to be special reasons, Larry. I don't want a career.
Thank you very much, Ray Leonard. We'll be seeing you again back where you're supposed to be at ringside for the Thomas and Tyson fight on May the 30th.
Thank you, Larry.
See you then, Ray. There was only one ringside poll taken after the fight, taken among fighters, trainers, and media wretches who regularly cover boxing. And 60% of them favored Hagler or called the fight a draw. How did you see it? Well, you can call 1-900-220-2311 if you thought that Marvin Hagler won. Or you can call 1-900-220-2322 if you thought Ray Leonard won. It's 50 cents a call. Look for the totals of our poll immediately after our 3rd, 4th, and 5th telecasts of the fight. I personally wasn't polled at ringside. I had it a draw. The consensus was that Hagler made the fight, landed the harder punches, that Leonard was brilliant and brave, but that he didn't subdue the champion. Yet, of course, the only poll that counted the officials was very popular. It was, at the least, dramatically correct. The focus, after all, was on Ray Leonard.
He was the one attempting the improbable, and he fought magnificently against all odds and an outstanding champion. And he fought with a good and true warrior's heart, as did the champion. Given the emotional momentum of a big theatrical event, it cried out for a dramatic conclusion. So, on a night he made memorable, Ray Leonard stole the fight. Stole it fair and square. For Barry Tompkins